damn. We just gonna sit there and just ignore that?
I think
we just gonna gloss over that? Over the last 10 years, 4 no appearances and 6 first-round exits. And that's it. At some point in time, we got to sit up there and say, Rick Carlisle, Mark Cuban, what's up with that?
Look.
What's up with that?
Well, I mean, what's up with it now is they have hurt stars. Now, number one, what you say about Porzingis is true. Everything I used to say about Porzingis, injury has meant, and it's injury again this year, has meant he's just not built that way, 7'3". Injury has meant that every year he has to try to get back to where he was the year before, so he never gets any better. In fact, he's backsliding, and he had a bad game. You're right. I thought one day he could win an MVP. No, I don't think that anymore because of his health. But also, Luka, that's the biggest story here to me, is not even this series. When I hear nerve damage, nerve damage, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Right. Is this something this dude's going to have to deal with from now on?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not thinking like that.
I am.
I'm not thinking like that. I'm just thinking about it ain't going to get much better for the rest of the series.
I think they could.
That's much. I think that's safe.
I think on heart they could get a game, but they're going to lose a series.
Listen, I want to give Marcus Morris props, not because of last night. What that brother did in Game 3 down the stretch, left corner, not 1, not 2, but 3 big-time threes. That's what really, really propelled them to that victory in Game 3, because they were still in trouble with Luka giving them over 40. But in the end, Porzingis, man, he's a 7-3 jump shooter, and that's even suspect at times. Just a weak performance on his part.
Question for you.
You expect more. Help out Luka in some capacity.
Yep.
He ain't doing
Question for both of you quickly here. Do you think it was a mistake for the Knicks to get rid of him now? I know you were hard on the Knicks for that.
Given his injury history, in retrospect, I probably still wouldn't have traded him. I mean, like, it's too knowing what we know now, yes, of course. But it's too tantalizing because I keep hoping as a fan of his originally when I was a Knicks fan and he was on the Knicks. One of these years, he's going to get healthy at the right time and have a run in the playoffs. But it's like you're rolling the dice. You hope the injury takes place early and then doesn't reoccur and he can build some momentum. It never seems to work out that way.
So it sounds like they made the right move.
According to what I was told at the time, he went into their office and essentially blackmailed them. He let them know, I don't want to be here. I want out. If you keep me here, then I'm simply going to let it be known that I don't want to be here.
Get anything for
and no free agents will want to come here. So under those conditions, they had no choice.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. If it's false, somebody lied. But that was the story.
But what about from a basketball perspective?
From a basketball perspective, listen, I don't have a problem with him being gone because I'm looking at him and I'm saying, where are you? I mean, these are weak. Listen, when Luka Doncic is not just a ball player. He's a baller. He gets in your face. You too short. You too slow. You too fat. You can't mess with me. He talks and he backs it up when healthy. And he's got people, or at least one guy that's supposed to be the number 2, that on far too many occasions does not show up to help him.
The issue with Porzingis is you have to commit money to him at that time. And given his health, you can't have that number invested in a league with a cap, even if it's a soft cap. You can't devote that much of your team's financial resources to someone who's not going to be there. And when he is there, is frequently compromised. Now, last year in the playoffs, you see why they did it. Because until he got hurt, he was giving them 35. He was like, oh, my God, Paul George, if you could be a second banana like that, you could win a championship. So it's tantalizing.
Yeah.
But at this point, it just seems like if he ever puts it together, you may have to spend his whole career waiting for him to do it one time, and it's not worth it.
All right, and as far as this series, Stephen A. again says he does not see the Mavericks winning another game.
Barkley deserves credit because Barkley's the one that said he beat me to it because our first take didn't start until this morning. But Charles Barkley said it last night, and I said, damn.
You co-signed.
He beat me to it. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Who's going to stop the Clippers if they get by the Mavs? Who's going to stop them until the conference final?
Well, I think if they – listen, don't they play Utah next?
Yeah.
If Utah gets past Memphis, which I believe they will, it's Utah next.
You like Utah over the Clippers?
Right now, I would have to say that.
I don't.
Yeah, right now I'd have to say that. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.